Mahmud II was born on 20th July 1785. Because he was younger than his brothers, he was locked up after the death of his father Abdulhamid I. The Ottomans had stopped the practice of killing each other's brothers a long time ago, and now the brother who became Sultan locked his younger brothers up to prevent uprisings and civil wars. Mahmud's predecessor and half-brother Mustafa IV ordered his execution alongside with his cousin, the deposed Sultan Selim III, in order to defuse a rebellion. Selim was executed, but Mahmud was safely kept hidden by his mother and was placed on the throne after the rebels deposed Mustafa IV. The leader of the rebellion, Alemdar Mustafa Pasha, later became Mahmud's vizier. Mahmud was considered a reformer and modernizer. Some historians even called him the Ottoman Peter the Great. He westernized the empire. However, it did not save it from national uprisings in Serbia and Greece. This led to a significant loss of territory for the empire. The Greeks gained their independence. Abdullah bin Saud had banned Ottoman Muslims from entering the holy cities of Mecca and Medina. During Mahmud's reign, his governor of Egypt, Mehmed Ali Pasha, successfully waged the Ottoman-Saudi War and reconquered the holy cities of Medina in 1812 and Mecca in 1813 from the Saudis. During the Battle of Erzurum in 1821, Mahmud's forces were routed by Abbas Mirza, resulting in a Persian victory. Several years later, in 1872, the combined British, French and Russian navies defeated the Ottoman navy at the Battle of Navarino, where the Ottomans lost 60 ships, 3,000 men, and 1,109 were wounded. The French later conquered Ottoman Algeria in 1830. But his reign wasn't just filled with failed battles. He was responsible for the destruction of the Janissary corps. This was necessary. The Janissaries used to be the backbone of the empire, an elite fighting force trained in their youth to become the most effective soldiers of the Ottoman army. But as time went on, the Janissary corps let anyone who wanted to join in their ranks, and their training got easier. The Janissaries deposed many sultans for their own gains, either because they wanted to keep their power or because they wanted more money. So Mahmud knew that he had to get rid of them. Sultan Murad IV was able to bring back discipline into the order, but that discipline was lost after his death. So in June 1826, when the Janissaries found out about the new military, they revolted. However, they lost against the military superior Sipahis. The Sipahis, together with the help of locals, forced them back into their barracks. The barracks were set ablaze by artillery fire, resulting in 4,000 Janissary deaths. More were killed in the heavy fighting on the streets of Istanbul. This event was called the auspicious event, or the unfortunate event. Most Janissaries were killed, its leaders were executed and many of its members exiled or imprisoned. The Janissary corps was disbanded and replaced with a more modern military force. By the end of 1826, the imprisoned Janissaries were decapitated in the Thessaloniki fort that soon came to be called the Blood Tower. The Russo-Turkish War broke out during Mahmud's reign, and it was the first time the Ottomans fought a battle without the Janissaries. The Ottomans lost the Battle of Akkalsike in 1828. 2,000 were killed and 500 were captured. Mahmud II was responsible for the Tanzimat reforms. After that, the empire had a council of ministers. The reforms had an immediate effect on social and legal aspects of life in the empire, such as European-style clothing, architecture, legislation, institutional organization, and land reform. Sultan Mahmud ordered Mustafa Kane to write a book about the history, construction, and use of Turkish bows, from which comes most of what is now known of Turkish archery. The Sultan died of tuberculosis in 1839 and was succeeded by his son Abdülmecid I, who continued to reform the empire.